Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekha HaKadash. I'm back to you with another straight to the point moment, dealing with the tenets and doctrine of life and wisdom of this new covenant. All right, this new covenant and what things must be preached and go out into the four corners of the world before the time of restitution, aka salvation, shall come unto those who believe. All right, Shalom Akim. All right, so again, all dealing with the new covenant, tenets, the doctrines of life, and we're gonna start here. And for the next, however long the Most High keep putting it in me, it's gonna be a wisdom gauntlet, and this is all for the brethren, for the true believers, that they may feed off the wisdom of the scriptures. All right, let's begin here in the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 7. Thus saith the Most High, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, which is Yahweh Shai, to him whom man despiseth. So his Holy One, which is Yahweh Shai, the one that his beloved, is the one man despiseth. And the doctrine that we teach as of now, which is the new covenant, they despise it because it's not the tenets of what they've taught of their camp doctrines according to their elders. See, they're the men in the book of Acts that when they seen the apostles, the true ministers of the new covenant, come and preach forth the gospel, they were in fear because they would lose their grip or preeminence over the people and their business that they had made of over the people. All right? This is those men, those same exact men. And you see it now. They have built businesses, camp doctrines and everything. And they sell everything. And they do it for filthy lucre's sake just to have preeminence over the people. And therefore, since we preach this gospel, in fear, they deny and despise his Holy One. All right. To him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers. All right. They abhor. Kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship because of the Lord that is faithful and the Holy One of Israel. And he shall choose thee. He shall what? Choose thee. He shall what? Choose thee. So he has chosen his ministers, man. And we know it by the doctrine that we are speaking forth, which is the doctrine of salvation, the new covenant. Verse 8, thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time, in an acceptable time, which is now, we're in an acceptable time, have I heard thee, and in the day of salvation have I helped thee. And what we preaching forth right now is the gospel of salvation. So we are in that day of salvation in a spiritual sense. As we speak the gospel, which is the testimony of what? Repentance and reconciliation of the Most High, which for leads us to what? Salvation. And I will preserve thee, what? I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people. What? A covenant of the people. Who shall he give? I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people. And what we bring forth is the covenant for the people. And this is us being preserved and giving us the testimony that we preach as a covenant for the people. So you have your time, you have your warning to receive this new covenant, which is for the people. Let us meditate, because this is going to be a straight out wisdom gut, man. You want it? Then you can have it. Giving all praise to the Most High for the wisdom that he has instilled me with. Let us down. You want it? Then you can have it. To the brothers, let's eat, man. Continuing. because of the Lord that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, he shall choose thee. Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee. So he hears our cry. As the book of Ezekiel says, set a mark upon the foreheads of them that cry in the midst of Israel. And that's us. Notice that us being a sign of what? The end to come, which is what? The new covenant, salvation. And in a day of salvation have I helped thee. I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth. What? To establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages. So this is what been put forth in this teaching that we teach, man. All right. This is what been put forth. Verse 9, that thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth to them that are in darkness. And that's what we have done. Prisoners, those who are prisoners in the mind, and those who are prisoners in the flesh to this world, and including to those who are prisoners to men's doctrines and their camp tenets, man, which is not of Yahweh Shai, man, according to the will of the Father. All right. Show yourselves, do what? Show yourselves, they shall feed in the ways, and their pastors shall be in all high places, man. Heavy, man. Heavy. Why you niggas sitting out here scoffing at us for teaching the gospel of life, but you hold fair to your camp tenets, man. And for 54 years, what you have taught has led to nothing, but everything has not come to pass according to what you have taught, man. But when we teach forth this gospel saying that everything has come to pass, we speak of the Spirit, man. All right, the book of Hebrews, chapter 6. When I start at verse 17, man. I start at verse 17. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 17. Wherein Yahweh willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs, heirs of promise, the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath. So he showed unto us and confirmed it by an oath. This is why we're being preserved to be a what? Covenant to the people. We are the manifestation of his hope, of his oath, man, of his immutability, of his counsel, man. We are that. We are the heirs of promise. Verse 18, that by two immutable things in which it was impossible for Yahweh to lie. So him testifying of his son and then sacrificing his son, by the blood we have renewed covenant. How is it possible for him to lie, man? Did not his son, did not Yahweh Shai approach the cross? Did he not bear his cross? Did he not shed his blood? Did he not present the Last Supper unto the 12, man? Did he not do all these things? You niggas read these same things that we read, but then you deny it because it's not of your power or of your preeminence, man. It's not of you, but of the will of the Most High. We might have a strong consolation, and we have a strong consolation. The niggas in Acts taught of the new gospel, man. And Corinthians, all of it, they taught of the new gospel. Matter of fact, we go to the old. Moses spoke of Yahweh Shai. Ezekiel spoke of Yahweh Shai and kingdom to come. Isaiah, Jeremiah, name me one prophet that didn't teach of the son to come, man. You can't. They all prophesied of his coming. All right, who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. And we have fled from the world, and we have fled from you to set our hope upon the things that are set before us, which is salvation, man. Verse 19, which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that within the veil, which is his flesh. Heavy, man. Heavy. Heavy. Let us meditate. Like, y'all can't be serious, man. Y'all can't be serious. Whether the forerunner is for us entered, Yahweh Shai made an high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Heavy, man. Heavy. Like, we don't stand down to none of you niggas, man. We are his true prophets. We are his prisoners of hope. And that's the title of this lesson, man. We are his prisoners of hope. first segment, man. It's a lot of wisdom coming from me, man. A lot of wisdom coming through this vessel to share with the brotherhood, man. So you gonna get and we gonna feed, man, off this bread, man. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 4, man. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, and they shall go and seek the Lord their God. And that time is upon us now, man. Brothers are leaving your camps. People are seeking after the true gospel because they haven't seen it in your 54-year teaching of your stinking ass camp doctrine, man. Verse 5, they shall ask the way to Zion. They shall what? Ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come, let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant. In a what? A perpetual covenant. His children are those who believe that are covered by his blood, man. That they shall not be forgotten, man. Heavy. What is this perpetual covenant, man, that we should join ourselves onto that was mentioned in the book of Psalms, chapter 50, man? What is this perpetual covenant? And who may it be established by, man? And who are those that run to it? And I'm going to end it right here, man. I'm going to end it right here, man. The book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 5. Starting at verse 5, man. What we seen in Jeremiah chapter 50, verses 5 through 4. Here's the context of that understanding, man. Here's the context. Psalms chapter 50, verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me. Who? My saints together unto me. These are the scattered and dispersed amongst the world, man. His saints are those who believe. Those that have made a covenant, a what? A covenant, a what? A covenant with me by sacrifice. And what was the sacrifice that we made a covenant by, man? Yahweh, man. The Lamb. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for Yahweh is judge himself. Salah. Verse 7. Hear, O my people, I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee. And the last lesson or sharing the wisdom that was brought out was to testify against you. The blood testifying against you, man. I am the Most High, even thy power. Verse 8. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings to have been continually before me. He never accepted those. He never accepted those sacrifices. Had those sacrifices had been sustainable, we would have need nothing else, nor needed to seek for no other covenant. And this is mentioned in the book of Hebrews. Psalms chapter 50, verse 5 again. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And with that, I want to give all praise to Kahalal Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah HaKadosh. I'm short on time. I'll be back with a more sharing of wisdom, for this is the wisdom gauntlet and the bread of life that's going to come through these scriptures, man. With all glory to the Most High through the Son, man. Shalom, Akim. Heavy.